I'm here with cArn from Fnatic. Just finished the Komplett Gamer Challenge final against Full Gaming. In my headline I wrote it was an epic battle. What do you call it?
Well, I don't know what to call it actually. Starting out winning on Train was expected, but still we knew they were really strong considering they actually beat MTW, which is in my view one of the best Train CT at least. And they actually proved themselves getting 12 rounds MTW and then they make a draw. So we saw two really MTW and FT play really strong at CT, but we had a pretty good game plan when we played T against FT, something that MTW lacked. It was kind of slow splits on the yard and didn't really focus that much on going inside against, I think it's cArn and whoever holds steer. So yeah, it was a really good game, 2-1 in maps, and the final map was +2 obviously. Pretty much played 30 rounds, we winning 16-14 in the very last round there after some really amazing performances by DSN and Forest. Forest literally won a round for us that was impossible to win. 2-on-4, me and him, and the bomb was planted in bomb side B. And if they had won that round, we would be 0 on cash, and they would have at least draw. But instead we took that round back, and I think that really took the best out of the Danes. Didn't really have the mindset or the focus to come back from that failure there.
But do you think there was anything particular decisive, or do you think that was the third map that came to play who would win the match?
Well, I think we started pretty good on Tusken there, but somehow they were just too strong and played too smart for us. And we had that same, we probably came into Dust 2 and it felt the same. Yesterday we got, DS Track 2 days ago we got 5 rounds at Terrorist, today we only got 4. So we didn't really do our lesson, but they were just so unexpected good defending on Dust 2. Dust 2 is generally a T-based map where you aim to get at least 11-12 rounds in order to win the round, but now it was the other way around. CT was their strongest side, and good sniping from Freeze and Kerrigan in FT and Harley DSM in Fnatic just gave CT the advantage of that map. But I mean, they could have actually beat us 2-0, we could have beat them 2-0, and ending up in a third map was just something that happened when two really good teams played each other.
So you lost against them in the DS Track final. How much did you knew about them going into that final, and how much did you study them going into this tournament?
Well, they are actually not a team that we usually study. I mean, we usually study the top 5 teams, where you probably find Navi, the Poles again, Frag Executor, sorry, SK Gaming of course, and MTW. But recently we have seen the new Danes now, FG, Full Gaming. I'm a bit tired, sorry. Yeah, Full Gaming is coming up pretty huge lately, winning the WCD final, so we're actually starting to practice against them a lot, so we have some ideas how they play, but still I consider them knowing more about us than we know about them. But in the future I think that might change, because if they are proving themselves this strong as they have done in the 2 past events, probably if they have the sponsors and the finance to go to more events, they're going to be among the top 5 teams. So they're definitely a team to watch out for.
Some say after they won against MTW in the World Sapiens qualifier, it was just a one-hit wonder. Now they've won against them 3 consecutive times.
Yeah.
Do you think it's a team you can count on in the future?
Definitely, as I said before, I think they got really big potential. Smart players in general, they play really smart, and the Sniper Freeze is, in my eyes, maybe taking over the best AWP in Denmark now after Sunde and Trace. Sonic is also a decent sniper when he's on fire, but Freeze is just hitting his shot and is really good with the fast scope. So they're relying a lot on his AWP, whereas in Fnatic we don't really use the T AWP as much as they do. So they have a pretty unique game style, something that reminds me a bit of Navi, relying on aim and good reflexes on the sniper in Markov and Freeze in FT. So yeah, in the future it's going to be interesting to see how big the chances are, and consider how good the sponsors are to come to events. But we see, probably they're going to be a DreamHack, and we're probably going to see them top 5 there, I think. So
this tournament structure was basically all about Denmark against Sweden. How do you like the specific structure? I mean, it might at first look a bit confusing to many because there's group stages and stuff, but how do you like the structure of finding a Swedish team fighting against a Danish team compared to the battles that we had?
I think it's a really interesting idea. We have that in Sweden in other sports when Sweden challenged maybe Finland in track and field, for example, and now we have it here when the best Swedish teams come here, play against each other and coming up with a team that should represent the country. Obviously we represented Sweden, and in my eyes before coming out I was pretty sure that MTWFG would represent Denmark, so I think we saw some really great matches here, and obviously for the spectators it was a new concept, but something interesting in a pretty, not a boring Counter-Strike community, but something that is the tournament pretty much looked the same. So obviously it's a fun initiative from Komplett and the Slap organization. So I'm very grateful for them coming up with this idea. Obviously there are other Scandinavian countries such as Finland and Norway that didn't have the chance to come here, even if it's a pretty local event and the prize money are decent. But yeah, something different, and I think the community and the spectators enjoy it.
So to sum up your performance here in Denmark, second at DSRAC, first at Komplett?
Yeah, well, we could always aim to, we can probably think about winning both of them, but that didn't happen. But I'm just very happy that we actually won Slap, the Komplett Gaming Challenge, instead of winning DSRAC. Not only consider the prize money and the prize for the equipment you won here, but also I think it was more prestigious for some reason. I know Slap is a consecutive event, been around for many years, and it was more fans showing up. It was an amazing crowd here that cheered for Denmark. Sorry to you that we beat you, but well, maybe next year we're coming back and lose against FT, who knows.
Okay, thanks for your time, and do you have any final words?
Well, as always, I need to say thanks for all the people that showed up here in Copenhagen cheering for Fnatic in the final. Obviously it was the Swedish teams that didn't want the Danes to come up with the gold medal. And of course I need to say thanks to the Fnatic family, including Sam, Anne and Neil, and all the journalists and staff that is pretty much pulling the strings behind the frags we execute on the servers, and also our sponsors MSI, Steel Series, Ugame.net, Slap and Bigfoot Networks, that is just supporting us and making sure that me and my teammates can travel the world, shooting headshots sometimes and winning tournaments a couple of times a year, and just enjoying our life and working to get esport better every day.
Tack!
Tack!